She watched everything going on from above. She marveled at how the humans were overstepping their boundaries. However, on the other side were the Demon King's annoying servants. She pondered over whether to help. This girl's name was Amber. No information was known about her. However, she found the bound demon very interesting. Amber seemed to have sadistic tendencies. Amber was already eager to subdue Mo Bei, who was beckoning her. She was eagerly waiting for her obedient little dog Mo Bei to come closer to her. Mo Bei was still at a loss and did not understand what was happening. If he was in the form of a demon, people wouldn't risk sending so many people to kill a mere horned demon. And do people really need to send so many high-level class holders to kill a demon? Asmodeus pondered over this as well. Had the humans guessed that his soul had moved into this horned demon? The people with crazy eyes pounced on Mo Bei with shouts that no one should feel sorry for the traitor who had come to them. After dodging the direct attack, Mo Bei was surprised because it seemed like it wasn't Asmodeus they wanted. But Mo Bei, Asmodeus himself, begins to mock the guy because the people he so protected and defended, for whom he was the savior of mankind, came for his soul. It seems that Mo Bei has not yet fully understood his situation. After all, after defending himself from the attack of another man who attacked him, he plans to find out more information from Carmela. The naive Mo Bei orders Carmela to follow him. However, the system warns of a monstrous danger. Mo Bei felt as if death itself with a scythe was already reaching out to him and trying to take him to the other world. So much anger was directed towards him. He didn't understand at all what had happened in these 5 years since his death. Carmela defiantly states to his teacher that she called people to save him. Yet all the people consider Mo Bei a traitor. She asks the teacher what they should do, but her actions are at odds with her words, and she attacks Mo Bei herself. Mo Bei turns his back on her for some reason, even after sensing the danger and being notified by the system. To Carmela's surprise and disappointment, the sudden teleportation was activated and Mo Bei fled. But Carmela was unable to hit him with her blade. Carmela is terribly unhappy with the fact that she never managed to kill her teacher. She even irritably calls Mo Bei a slippery snake. The teleportation circle appeared in a completely unknown place to Mo Bei, since he wasn't the one who activated it. Mo Bei noticed that he was teleported, but he didn't know yet if it was a friend or an enemy. Mo Bei finally realized that he had no allies left, and that all that evil that the system and Gut had warned him about was coming from Carmela. His mistakes almost got him killed, some bad assassin and a naive man. He found the answer to his question almost immediately. He was called out by a female voice that called him Little Dog. She told Mo Bei not to be afraid, for all the bad guys were gone. She was left alone with him. Mo Bei wondered who it was that was talking to him. The girl hugged the guy from the back and whispered in his ear that she was here. Asmodeus, surprised that he was teleported by the vampire because he thought the noble vampires betrayed him, just like the Holquin demons. Asmodeus is surprised that they are so loyal to him. He recalls the creator of blood magic, a level 75 demon lord. He is the oldest demon of the underworld, a master of ancient rituals buried by time. Asmodeus is surprised that even after his death, he has so many loyal followers on his side, while the humans that Mo Bei sacrificed his life for only want to kill Mo Bei. Asmodeus thinks Mo Bei is pathetic and mocks him. As Asmodeus thought, the ungrateful people must be destroyed. Mo Bei even thinks this is how demons show their loyalty. Asmodeus thinks they are maniacs, and that it seems the demons want to take advantage of his weakness to touch and admire the Demon King's body. So Asmodeus considers the man lucky to be so close. Amber, who is groping the body throughout, finds this body strong and she feels like it must be delicious. Mo Bei tries for the umpteenth time to find out from her savior who she is. Amber, baring his teeth, asks to call her his mistress. After all, she is his mistress, whom he will serve for the rest of his life. She also asks to be called Mistress Amber as well, and then longs to put a mark on Mo Bei's body so that everyone will know that he belongs only to her. Amber had level 70 and was also a blood mage. And then she just bit him. At this moment, Mo Bei felt that the difference in strength was simply monstrous. Mo Bei was completely under her control and could do absolutely nothing about the situation. However, the still recently arrogant and cold-blooded girl's eyes suddenly rounded in surprise and steam came out of her mouth. She threw the guy aside and wailed about how hot she was. She was in a lot of pain. Sitting on the ground, Mo Bei didn't realize what was going on at all. So Asmodeus explained to the man that the girl was too greedy. The girl dared to think that she would make the Demon King her slave as well. However, there was no way a weak ritual could compare to Asmodeus's soul power. Therefore, he was even glad that Amber was suffering the consequences of his greed. While Mo Bei thought Amber was suffering, he clearly did not consider the fact that although she was a vampire, she was still a demon. Amber was in a lot of pain, but she was smiling nonetheless, so she seemed incredibly happy even with this turn of events. Meanwhile, a lot of pathetic humans seemed to have found them. However, after pinning the guy to the ground, she declared that she had lost her composure because of her little dog. Mo Bei seemed once again unprepared for such a thing. After all, now was definitely not the right time. Besides, he thought that vampires behaved honorably. Then why is Amber behaving like this, and is she a succubus or a vampire? Their idyll seemed to be interrupted because an explosion erupted from the roof they were on and a massive column of fire and energy erupted. Protecting herself with one wing from the attacks directed at her, Amber found the humans to be as troublesome as they had always been. Even more, she didn't like the fact that some humans had soiled her clothes, so she wanted the pathetic humans dead. But the people refused to give up. More and more of them arrived on the roof. One of the arriving humans shouted to the others that the vampire looked strong, so he asked them not to waste their time on her, since their real target was the traitor who was right behind her. It seems that people didn't take into account that the noble Mistress Amber would oppose their initiative. She just found a little dog she likes so much. She's not giving it to anyone. Since the humans have decided to come to her, she has no choice but to attack them. Therefore, Amber uses the highest level of blood magic. Blood Rose. Amber easily pierced the humans closest to her with her thorns. However, it looks like there is still a chance on the side of the humans. One person from the support uses divine magic. Half divine light. Thanks to this healing circle, everyone within its range received healing and acceleration. Carmela is at the forefront of this attack, still asking the teacher to wait for her. Deftly dodging the attack aimed at her, Amber reminds the humans that if they leave a single stain on her outfit, she will be incredibly angry. But the humans resist and remind her again that they only came for the horned demon and they don't want to fight the vampire. While Mo Bei tried to be killed as a traitor in the back, he was a bit surprised and somewhat glad that he was able to regain control of his body. Grabbing the blade that was lying at his feet and using the shadow blade, he easily repelled the attack on him. It seems he wasn't such a bad teacher after all. In fact, Carmela caught the moment and attacked Mo Bei from the back. This time she still managed to hurt her negligent teacher, who still didn't understand why Carmela was attacking him. Carmela informs him that she is only killing the traitor. Though she is glad that her teacher survived, she cannot allow the prophecy to be fulfilled and the human world to be destroyed. She reminds him that if Mo Bei were in her shoes, he would have done the same thing. Mo Bei still doesn't understand the prophecy in question. Carmela then tells him that the traitor will die with the demon and then help it to be reborn, which will start the inhuman destruction of humans. So the only way to avoid this is to kill the traitor before it happens. Such was the prediction of the magicians. Asmodeus finds such a prediction from the magicians beautiful, so he even asks Mo Bei to fulfill the prediction together. But the hero Mo Bei does not give in so easily, so he tells Asmodeus to shut up. Carmela, however, stands her ground and attacks Mo Bei once again. Crossing blades with her teacher, Carmela asks that her teacher die for the future of humanity. Mo Bei seems to have exhausted all his resources. Without the shadow blade, Mo Bei cannot break through the twilight of divine light. Carmela standing in front of him is serious, so the situation is incredibly difficult for Mo Bei. Mo Bei doesn't understand how the old rogues knew about his rebirth and why they labeled him a traitor to humanity. Mo Bei asks Carmela what she believes more, the prophecy or him. But Carmela believes humanity more than some demon and cleaves Mo Bei with her blades, breaking Mo Bei's blade. However, all of this really displeased Amber, who has only taken her gaze away for a second, and her little dog is already flirting with another woman. She has already managed to deal with the humans attacking her, her beautiful rose and thorns. Amber thinks that Mo Bei is a naughty little dog and Carmela is a lying kitten, and it seems that these two need a lesson from Mistress Amber. Will she whip them both with her whip? And that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you would like to see a sequel, please like, subscribe to the channel, and leave your wishes in the comments. You can also subscribe to Telegram to know about new videos. Bye everybody.